what does Tulane need to do in order to win the national championship? And to be honest, there is a lot of things that are going to need to go right. Probably some major injuries to all of their opponents' players being one of those. But realistically, they have a solid chance to maybe win their first round game. So we're going to focus on that, starting it off with a road trip to Ole Miss, who no longer has Lane Kiffin. That'll factor into the game a little bit, but this is a game that Ole Miss won by a lot the first time around this season. I think that Tulane's a lot better off now, even though both teams have lost their head coach at this point. I really like Tulane and what they've been able to do this season. Jake Retzlaff has looked very solid in this offense, and I think he'll be a lot more deeper into the playbook this time around. So Tulane's probably going to be able to throw some things at Ole Miss that they aren't necessarily expecting. This is just a really tall order, even without Lane Kiffin, though, for Tulane to win this game.
It's going to be the Jake Retzlaff show the entirety of this game. He's their leading rusher as well as being their starting quarterback. A lot of guys are going to need to step up, and really, it's going to be the same case for JMU as well. Tulane's just got to let it all hang out. There's no reason that they need to show any fear or hold back. They're not expected to win this game. They already lost it earlier on, so what do you have to lose in this case? The only thing they have going for them is that even though their head coach is taking another job elsewhere, he's still coaching for the playoffs here. He's not doing what Lane Kiffin did because that is its own thing, and we're not going to get into that. But if Tulane wants to somehow avenge their loss against Ole Miss, they just have to let it all hang out. Take the risks when you get them. Don't let Ole Miss have control in this game. The chaotic games that we've seen over the past couple of years that happen when these upsets occur is when the team that's not expected to win, the underdog in this case being Tulane, just goes out and does their thing, plays fast, plays explosive. That's what Tulane needs to do if they want to upset Ole Miss in this first round game. Not likely going to happen, but definitely a possibility. Tulane is one of the more talented teams in the group of five, so we could see that happening. Now, if that does happen, it's going to be an even taller order against Georgia because Georgia's defense is playing on another level right now. And I wouldn't be shocked if Georgia finds themselves in the national championship when we get there because the momentum has just been building for Kirby Smart and this team over the past couple of weeks. And that win against Alabama in the SEC championship game was huge. Similar story, though, to the Ole Miss game. The only way Tulane's gonna have a chance in this one is if they just go out and open up the playbook, pull out every single trick play you got, hope you catch Georgia napping a little bit, and just hope that it is enough. Just go out there, have fun, enjoy your time, and maybe some things go your way.
Yeah, this Georgia game would be really, really tough for Tulane. And realistically, they're not going to end up winning it. I just don't see a way that Georgia loses. I mean, Gunnar Stockton going down maybe gives Tulane a chance, but even then, Kirby Smart is an excellent coach, and I think that they will have a solid enough backup option that the Bulldogs end up winning this game. Connor really hit most of the major points for what needs to go right for Tulane. And we'll go ahead and continue on in the hypothetical, but realistically, there's no shot that they even get to this point. The semifinals, I don't think Tulane has the ability to beat any of these teams. Texas A&M and M and Miami are both very solid, and Ohio State is arguably still the best team in the country. I would be shocked if Tulane made it this far, but there's no way they would get past any of these three.
Yeah, just the defenses of these teams are on another level. Even though Jake Retzlaff is coming from BYU and has played against defenses at a high level, he's probably seen nothing like this except for Ole Miss earlier on this season. There's zero chance that Tulane gets to this point, and an even lower chance after that if they were to win any of these games. But we'll entertain the idea that they get to a national championship and face off against any of these teams. Hey, maybe JMU also has a magical Cinderella run. Once again, The only way they could do this is if Jake Retzlaff turns into Superman and is everything they need to be. He needs to be playing both sides of the ball, quite honestly, if they're going to have a chance, because I don't think this Tulane defense can stop any of the offenses here outside of maybe JMU. And even then, JMU's offense is pretty good, but all these teams have very solid defenses and offenses that can operate at a high level. And if they were to make it to the national championship, we'd assume their offenses would be at a very, very high level. So Tulane, unfortunately, not seeing a very easy or really any realistic chance that they make it to a national championship, but that's the only way they can.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening for Tulane. Their best shot to win a national championship, honestly, would be major injuries to everybody that they play up to this point and to face James Madison in the national championship game. And we all know that that's not going to happen. So, unfortunately for Tulane, probably not going to be close to winning a national championship this year. But if you can get past Ole Miss, I would say that is a victory for a group of five team like Tulane. So thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.